Imagine the deep ocean, that vast, dark space. The rules down there are, well, they're brutal. Survival is everything.
Absolutely. Total dominance is the name of the game.
And when most people picture the ultimate ocean predator, the big boss,
Right.
it's usually the great white shark that comes to mind, right? That iconic image.
That's the common thought, yeah. But the reality, it's actually far more chilling.
Because there's another hunter.
Oh, yes. Cruising silently beneath the surface. A hunter that's so smart, so strategic, so coordinated that the great white shark, it's simply prey.
Prey.
Yeah. So today we are diving deep into the world of the orca, often called the killer whale.
Killer whale. But that name's a bit misleading, isn't it?
It is, and it's really important for you, the listener, to remember this. Technically, they're the largest species of dolphin, and arguably the most sophisticated.
A dolphin. The biggest, smartest dolphin.
Exactly. Think of them as an evolutionary masterpiece. Immense power combined with this incredible intelligence, which is actually passed down culturally.
Okay, so that's our mission today then. To really unpack this dominance. We're looking at their intelligence, these brutal hunting tactics, and this is fascinating. The one species that actually dares to fight back.
The humpback whale. Yeah, that's the core of it. Their intelligence, their hunting, and this surprising ongoing conflict with humpbacks.
So orcas basically have free swim of the oceans. Is that the idea? Very few threats to them.
That's exactly right. That unchallenged dominance is absolutely key. Researchers use that term free swim.
And what does that mean, practically speaking?
It's essentially total impunity. They sit right at the very top of the food chain. No natural predators checking them.
None at all.
None that we know of. And they're coordinated pack hunting. Well, it's a strategy that no other marine creature can really match.
Okay, but that creates a kind of puzzle, doesn't it? If they're the supreme rulers, why this intense, personal fight with humpbacks?
Because orcas are the only known natural predators of humpback calves. That's the crux of it.
So it's not just random aggression, it's targeted.
Highly targeted. This isn't a general squabble. It's an existential battle, especially from the humpback's perspective. The orca is the threat to their young, to their future. It fuels what you could genuinely call a deep-sea rivalry, a sort of blubber beef, if you will.
Blubber beef. I like that. Okay, let's start with the foundation. Their intelligence. You said it's cultural.
Yes, exactly. These aren't creatures just running on instinct. They operate with learned knowledge. Orcas live in these really tight-knit family groups, pods, and a huge part of their social structure is developing and refining hunting skills together.
So they teach each other.
Absolutely. What's truly mind-blowing is that these hunting techniques aren't just born into them. They're specific, highly developed tactics, and they're passed down not through genes, but through teaching and learning, generation to generation.
Like culture. Actual animal culture.
Precisely. This ensures that incredibly specialized methods stick around. Whether it's, herding herring in Norway or hunting dolphins off the coast of Mexico, that knowledge stays within the pod's lineage.
And the list of what they hunt is just staggering.
Oh, it's vast. If it's near the water, it's potentially on the menu. Seals, sea lions, penguins, porpoises.
Fish too, right? Like salmon.
Big time. Salmon runs are crucial for some pods, but also other dolphins, and yes, even other large whales.
But the one that really shows off their intelligence, it has to be the great white shark takedown, taking on the supposed king.
It's the ultimate display of strategy over strength, really. And great whites. They know about orcas. They are, frankly, terrified of them.
Terrified. A great white.
Absolutely terrified. We've got documented cases where great whites just vanish from an area, sometimes for months, even years, just because an orca pod swam through briefly. It's fear, deep-seated fear based on experience.
Okay, but how does a mammal, even a big one, pull off what sounds like a surgical strike on a massive, powerful shark? Is it just brute force?
No, not at all. It's pure strategy, learned and perfected, all about maximizing the energy return. So when a pod targets a great white, they often attack from underneath.
Using the element of surprise.
And their upward momentum. They use their force to flip the shark, roll it right onto its back.
Inducing tonic immobility. I've heard of that. It basically paralyzes the shark.
Exactly. The shark becomes completely helpless, can't swim, can't fight back. And here's where their intelligence really shines, focusing on that metabolic return.
They don't just eat the whole thing.
No. They swiftly, precisely extract one specific organ, the liver.
Just the liver. Why?
Because it's huge, incredibly rich in lipids, fats, packed with calories, maximum energy bang for their buck. They often just leave the rest of the carcass, sink to the bottom.
That's incredibly efficient, almost cold, calculating.
It demonstrates an astonishing level of resource calculation. Maximum fat intake, minimum energy spent fighting a whole shark.
The definition of an intelligent killer. Okay, but then why risk fighting humpbacks? They're huge, they fight back fiercely. Seems like a high-risk, high-effort gamble compared to the shark liver tactic.
It comes back to that blubber beef, the ultimate prize. A humpback calf.
Ah, the calves are the target. High calories.
Extremely high. They're basically bundles of nutrient-dense blubber. Perfect orca food. But the only way to get one is to separate it from its mother. And that's where the risk just skyrockets.
Because humpback moms are famously protective.
Fiercely protective. They immediately go into defense mode, using those enormous flippers like shields, trying to bat the orcas away, or sometimes they'll actually lift the calf onto their back.
Lift it up.
They kind of submerge slightly so the calf rests just above the waterline on their back, keeping it away from the snapping jaws below. It's an amazing sight. And it's not just the mother either. This is where it gets really interesting. Other adult humpbacks, unrelated ones even, will often charge in, sometimes from quite a distance.
They hear the commotion and come to help.
Seems like it. They join the fight, trying to protect the calf, mobbing the orcas, creating chaos. It's this incredible display of, well, maybe altruism. Collective defense, certainly.
Wow. Meanwhile, the orcas are coordinating their attack.
Relentlessly. It's a group effort. They work to disorient the mother, create separation, wear down the calf, tire it out. The goal is usually to drown it.
How do they manage that?
Their methods are aggressive, sometimes grabbing the calf's flippers, pulling it under, holding it down so it can't get back up to breathe. It's brutal to watch.
And the size difference is just immense. You mentioned that earlier.
It's hard to really picture. A small adult humpback can weigh 4 times as much as the largest orca.
4 times. What's the human equivalent of that?
Think about an average person going up against a fully grown grizzly bear. That's the kind of size disparity we're talking about. The orca is willingly attacking something that could potentially crush it.
That just underscores their confidence in those pack tactics. It must work often enough.
It does, but research shows that quite often the humpbacks actually succeed. They manage to drive the orcas off, send them packing, though sometimes the humpbacks sustain pretty serious injuries themselves in the process.
It's a real battle.
A genuine high-stakes battle. And this intensity, this history, might lead to something researchers call the revenge theory.
Revenge theory? Like whales holding grudges?
Kind of. There's a well-known humpback in the Salish Sea, nicknamed Valiant. This particular whale is famous for being unusually aggressive towards orcas.
How so?
Valiant actively intervenes in orca hunts, even when the prey isn't another humpback, like interrupting hunts for seals or sea lions.
Why would it do that? What's the theory?
Well, researchers noticed distinct rake marks on Valiant's body, scars. Almost certainly from orca teeth, likely inflicted when Valiant was just a calf and survived an attack.
Ah, so maybe trauma. A near-death experience as a baby.
That's the idea, that the memory of that attack drives this adult whale, and potentially others with similar scars, to lash out, to intervene whenever they see orcas hunting. It's like payback. It's hard to prove emotion or motivation, like revenge in whales, of course, but the behavior pattern is definitely there.
That's incredible. Memory, trauma, protective instincts, all tangled up.
It really highlights the complexity, and it connects back to the orcas' specialized hunting in general. They don't just hunt humpback calves, they go after other big whales too.
Like what?
Minke whales, fin whales, gray whales, even elusive beaked whales.
And is the tactic similar for those larger whales?
Broadly, yes. Still relies on that coordinated group effort. They gang up, take turns biting, sometimes ramming the larger whale, and crucially, they work to keep it submerged, preventing it from surfacing to breathe. Tire it out, drown it, leads to what some researchers grimly call the all-you-can-eat blubber buffet.
Grim, but descriptive.
Yeah.
But they also hunt smaller, faster prey, right?
Yeah.
Like other dolphins.
They do, and their tactics shift again. Against dolphins, it's about speed and precision, but still utterly ruthless.
So how do they handle agile dolphins? Seems like a tough chase.
They employ some stunning physics, actually. They might bite and hold a dolphin just under the surface, but here's a really shocking move. To avoid slowing down by opening their mouths underwater during a high-speed chase.
What do?
They ram the dolphin hard from below.
Ram it?
Yes. That impact sends the stunned dolphin flying out of the water, sometimes spinning end over end, high into the air.
Why launch it?
It disorients the dolphin, maybe injures it, makes it a much easier target when it splashes back down. Exhausted, possibly stunned, it's brutal physics applied to hunting, calculating the fastest way to catch quick prey.
Just relentless adaptability?
Yeah?
Yet, you mentioned an exception, something unexpected.
Yes, the anomaly. There was this recorded incident off Western Australia. Really fascinating. A pod of orcas encountered a humpback whale that was badly entangled in ropes. Completely helpless.
Okay, prime target. Right. Easy meal.
You'd think so, but that's not what happened. Observers saw the orcas approach the tangled whale repeatedly and then swim away. They nudged it, seemed to interact with the ropes, but they never attacked.
They helped it, or just left it alone.
That's the ambiguity. We can't know their intent. Were they genuinely trying to free it? Were they just curious about the ropes? Or maybe they just decided an immobile, compromised whale wasn't worth the effort or didn't trigger their usual hunting cues. We simply don't know if it was altruism or something else. It defies easy categorization.
Which kind of brings us full circle to the biggest puzzle involving us, humans.
The human paradox, yeah.
If orcas are this smart, this capable, this brutal, frankly. And let's be honest, they have reasons to dislike us, right? Pollution, captivity.
Plenty of reasons, sadly.
So why? Why has there never been a single confirmed documented case of an orca killing a human in the wild? Ever?
It remains one of the biggest questions in marine biology. It consistently baffles experts, even with those recent incidents, off Spain and Portugal, where orcas were interacting with and sometimes damaging or even capsizing boats.
Right. People ended up in the water.
Exactly. People took unplanned swims. And yet, consistently, those individuals were unharmed by the orcas. The orca seemed focused on the boats, not the people. That decades-long data point holds firm. 0 fatal attacks in the wild.
So if we connect this back to their diet, that specialized hunting based on nutritional value, what does that imply about us? Why do we get a free pass?
It likely comes back to that core concept, caloric return on investment, ROI. Think about their known diets. Antarctic orcas go for those super fatty, blubber-rich seals.
Okay.
North Pacific pods. Some rely almost exclusively on incredibly energy-dense salmon, great whites. They go straight for that fatty liver. See the pattern?
High energy fat. So
yeah.
We're just not fatty enough. It's not that they dislike us, it's that we're inefficient.
That seems to be the simplest, most logical explanation based on their observed feeding behavior. Humans are lean. Compared to a seal or a whale calf or even a shark liver, we're mostly muscle and bone. Low fat content.
So we don't fit the profile.
We don't fit the profitable nutritional profile that generations of cultural knowledge have taught them is worth hunting. We're likely just not seen as a worthwhile meal, given the energy they'd expend.
That's strangely reassuring, I guess. But it also leads to a really chilling thought, doesn't it?
It does.
Because we know their hunting knowledge, how to flip a shark, how to separate a calf, how to ram a dolphin. It's all passed down culturally.
Yeah.
For generations.
Precisely. So the implication is, if they ever developed a reason, a taste for humans.
If something changed.
If our nutritional profile somehow became appealing, or if some specific human activity inadvertently made us an easy or profitable target, they would learn how to hunt us effectively. And they would pass that knowledge down, just like they passed down the liver technique.
Wow. Okay, so we've journeyed from the orca's incredible generational intelligence and their specialized brutal hunts
To that intense, deep-seated rivalry with the humpbacks, the protectors of the calves.
and landed on this strange paradox. Their complete lack of predatory interest in humans, despite their power and our impact on their world.
It's a truly complex picture, a creature balancing hyper-specialized predation with, for now at least, an apparent disinterest in us as food.
Which leaves us, and you listening, with a final, pretty provocative thought to consider.
Indeed. We've established that orcas are masters of specialization. Their diets are fine-tuned based on location, prey availability, and crucially, nutritional return salmon versus seals versus shark livers, maximum fat for minimum effort.
Right.
So the question becomes, what environmental shift, what change in their ecosystem, what level of scarcity of their current preferred high-fat prey? What would it take for the most adaptable, most intelligent, most coordinated predator in the entire ocean to reassess? To decide that maybe a lean human, or perhaps the vessel a human is in, finally meets their evolving definition of a profitable meal.
A chilling thought indeed, where intelligence, adaptation, and environmental pressure might intersect.
Something to definitely keep in mind. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive.
Until next time.